It all began when Daniel and his wife Maya moved into their new home in a peaceful suburban neighborhood managed by a strict HOA. They had worked tirelessly for years. Daniel, a former Army veteran turned mechanic, and Maya, a high school teacher, scraping every penny to afford their dream house. It wasn't a mansion, but it was theirs. It stood for every sleepless night, every sacrifice, every moment they had chosen discipline over comfort. From the day they arrived, some of the neighbors, especially Mr. Barnes, the HOA president, seemed less than welcoming. He had a way of smiling with his mouth but not his eyes. Within a week, Daniel got his first HOA notice. The color of their mailbox wasn't community approved. Then another. Maya had planted roses instead of the preferred shrubbery. And then came the last straw, a warning letter threatening fines because Daniel was seen fixing a neighbor's car in his own driveway. He could have gotten angry. Many told him to sell the house and move out. But Daniel didn't come this far to back down. Instead, he called Maya and said, "Let's give them something they can't ignore: respect." The very next day, Daniel showed up at the HOA community center, not to complain, but to volunteer. People raised eyebrows, but he didn't care. He started organizing small events: free car checkup days, charity garage sales, cleanup drives. Slowly, neighbors who once turned away started stopping by. The same kids who used to ride their bikes past his house now waved and shouted his name. One day, Mr. Barnes's own car broke down. Embarrassed but desperate, he approached Daniel. Without a word, Daniel rolled up his sleeves and got to work. 2 hours later, the car was running again. "You didn't have to," Barnes mumbled. "I know," Daniel replied, smiling, "but helping people, that's how communities grow." A few months later, Daniel was nominated and surprisingly elected to the HOA board. He didn't campaign, he didn't criticize anyone, he just led by example. The man who once got fined for helping others was now reshaping the entire neighborhood culture with kindness, courage, and consistency. The HOA rules didn't disappear, but compassion found its way into enforcement. People started talking more, judging less, and coming together as a real community. Daniel's story reminds us, you can't control how people treat you, but you can control how you respond. And sometimes the most powerful protest isn't noise. It's quiet, consistent action that builds respect, trust, and real change.